Hey, we got a couple solar lights to look at. Well, one. This one here, you can see it's working. I took a look at that, and the only thing, this one didn't work, and the only thing that needed to be done was the battery contact needs to be cleaned. As you can see, this just pulls right off. Usually it's sitting like this, so any water that's going to run down inside is supposed to come leaking out these holes, I guess. But some of the water got down into the battery compartment and rusted that bottom contact. So I just took that apart and cleaned it real quick. That was the only problem. I also put some little bit of glue on each corner of this cell because it was just flipped up. But yeah, you just have to take these two screws out in here, push this whole thing through, try to clean that contact up the best you can. That's how you replace the battery too. So yeah, that's all that was wrong with that one. So that one is good to go. Now this one, on the other hand, I could have swore I tapped on this one time and it worked, but that could have been just my imagination. But this one's pretty cool. Hangs up. It's got a couple wires in there that connects all the LEDs together. But yeah, this one no longer works. We just twist the top and that comes off. And there's our LED strip right there. They just soldered little tiny LEDs to each of the wire there, and then put some probably some RTB or something right over it just to protect it. So that's different. But yeah, let's see if we can see what's going on with this one. This one is I'll admit I cheated like I always do, just so I can be kind of informed about what we're getting into. And you know, sometimes it's nice to be surprised. But all right, so our wires are connected to our solar cell, so that's a good thing. But you can see, I can see, look at that right there. See all that red right there on the component right there? All the legs are rusted. Yeah, and all this red that's in here, that's all rust. So yeah, this one here looks like it's gonna need a new component there, and I don't know if I have one of those. I can look and see. Let me see what the number is here on this. It's a 8018. Remember a long time ago, I bought a little pack of 50 of these for a few cents. I don't know if this is 8018. Hey, look at that. That just, yeah. That looks like that might work. 4 pins and what looks like 4 pins, but yeah, we'll have to take that apart and let's get this battery out of here, because we know that ain't doing no good. I don't know if that's any good anymore, but I'm sure it probably will be. And then we take this little tiny circuit board off. One screw holding that on there. And then slide the line of LEDs through. Oh man, that looks bad. I think, yeah, there's a actually a leg completely gone off that thing. That could be why it's not working. Look at that. The one on the left is completely gone. So it looks like that's what we're gonna have to do. Take that off and put a new one on there and see if this thing still works. Well, come off pretty good. Yeah, there is one leg gone. I could hold it up, but you probably won't see it very good. But I'll take a picture of it. Oh, there you go. Not too bad. Well, one pin missing off there. Boy, that board is just filled with rust. So yeah, it's probably a good idea to have some of these parts laying around if you're a collector of these or like to have these around. I mean, you might get lucky and you know, the ones that you fix will have these. This, for instance, doesn't have one of these. This actually has a little chip with a regular chip, but it has 3 legs coming off each side. So that wouldn't solder in here. I mean, I guess you could probably get it to work as long as the rest of the circuitry would work with it, but all right, let's throw a new one in there. Make sure we put it back in there the right way, which I don't remember which way it was because that's just the way I am. Yeah, there we go. So the writing comes up this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we should have plenty of room for this here. I'll just push it in kind of like that. Just push it back in there like that and solder those babies in there. There we go. All right. It's a little warm. Now, before we go through all the work of putting it back together and seeing if it works, let's see if this battery works. Hey, look at that. Doesn't that just beautiful? Beautiful sight. All right, let's take this out for one quick second while I cut off the extra of the legs, because we don't need those things floating around in there. stick the LEDs back through there. I'll try to give you a real close-up of the LEDs, the way they have them soldered in there. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. Easy. And I think we got enough room for me just to leave that thing without bending it over. But made it simple to bend over too. We just go like that. Ta-da! Yeah. Now it looks just like it did, even though there was enough room to not have to do that. Let's get our really tiny itty bitty screw. I think that screw might be working on getting stripped. Didn't feel like it wanted to tighten up. Oop, let's put our battery back in here. Get that out of the way. There we go. I keep covering up the sensor. I'm like, why are those lights keep coming on and off? But yeah, get your act together. Got to make sure I got them in there the right way so we can put our screws in there and actually tighten it down. You know how everything always goes right, you know, so. But it's usually operator error, right? Nice. So I don't know how they do this. I think they just throw them in there, right? And then lock that back in there. Look at that. Killed some of these lights here. Ooh, I can even do this one. Wow, look at that. Ain't that pretty? And it just hangs out there on a hook or something. Or you could set it down. Yeah. Back working again. All right. That was quick and easy. Thankfully I had the parts to swap that out. Get this up and going quick. All right. We'll see you in the next one.